What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are back here with another Dokkan Battle video, and I thought I would go over the little kind of, sword maintenance stuff that we just got finished here on JP. And before I go any further, okay, I'm first going to go over the stuff that we 100% know, the stuff that we are given. And then I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on, okay, this is my opinion about how I think this is going to continue on, and what it means based on what they gave us and everything, okay? If you disagree with me, that is totally okay. Let's have a mature conversation in the comments below. I have no problem with that, okay? People have to voice their opinions and everything, but don't go all crazy and everything, okay? So, first off, let's take a look at what basically was given to us, and this is on the JP side only right now, but global, knowing because this is not a card or anything like that, this is just simply updates to the game itself. Like you guys got the training stuff a lot earlier than JP did if you had been on the JP schedule and everything. So I see this probably coming within a month or two, hopefully, for you guys. But anyway, if you go over to the Baba shop, you're going to notice that in the incredible gems area, okay, those gems that you can farm from the story events, we can now get the battlefield medals. Yes, the battlefield medals that originally were only to the battlefield game mode itself are here now, okay? So this is going to allow you to Dokkan Awaken LR Gohan, LR Ginyu, if you have him, or any of the other rebirths. I believe like Android 13, the intelligence one, the intelligence meta cooler, the tech Nova Shenron, and all those guys are going to be able to Dokkan Awaken, which is pretty cool, all right? And some of those are actually kind of needed on some teams. Metal Cooler and the 13, I would argue, are definitely really good on an Extreme Int team. The Nova Shenron, he's pretty good if you need a decent tech guy, so especially a leader or anything like that. So they are really good, and so it is definitely, I think, worth it to go for some of these. Now, with that out of the way, though, and pretty much anything, it's basically given that all you have to do is go for these now, and they don't cost that many. They're about the same as much as a not a rebirth medal, but the reverse medals that allow you to take a card from like TUR state and reverse it back to UR state. They're about the same as that. At least the first 7 are. Then the rest of them are 50 gems, which in hindsight is not really that much if you really think about it. So, but the one thing I've noticed is that the limits on it. So the first one, if you've noticed up here, you can buy this 7 times, okay? It even says right here, says Ato and then Nana Kai. Okay, so Nana means 7 more times. Then, after that, you would expect the next one to either be like infinite or, like 200 or something like that. Because if you remember, it's going to take about 7 of these to Dokkan Awaken the other cards, except for LR Ginyu. It takes LR Ginyu to go from UR to TUR. It takes 7 of them, which you could use the original 7, or you take the original 7 that right there for 30 and you throw them into LR Gohan. Makes perfect sense, right? But in order to get LR Ginyu, you still need 70 of these medals. Yes, I am not joking on this. You still need 70 of these guys to Dokkan Awaken your TUR Ginyu into LR Ginyu, okay? So, and the reason I know this is because I have TUR Ginyu. If I go into my cost guys, and I want everyone, not just my int guys, and I want my extremes, obviously. If I go down to where Ginyu is, which is, where are you? Right here, Ginyu. You take 70 medals, and of course, I have 0. I used my original 7 that I originally got from Dokkan Battlefield the second time it came around, and I Dokkan Awakened him because I don't have LR Gohan. I was just like, all right, you know what? I'm going to try and get LR Ginyu because it'd be nice to... He is good on an extreme physical team. He's really good. He provides +3 ki, provides an attack boost, and he's not a bad leader. He doesn't give ki, but overall, he's not a bad leader. So it was kind of just like, okay, well, why not? Let's go with this. I would like to get him. But the thing is that, again, he takes 70 medals, and the Baba shop only allows you to have 28. So you're missing quite a few there. Now, some will argue that LR Ginyu technically is acquirable now without modding or anything like that. If I remember correctly, at least, if you played Dokkan Battlefield from the moment it came out, you literally were perfect at it, or as close to as you possibly can on each stage, getting the maximum amount of those Dokkan Battlefield like gem things, the diamond-like things or whatever, that are the currency basically, and then you trade it in for things, and you did not spend it on anything, then I think after the second one was done, you actually could. But listen to that for a second. If you were perfect, basically, you had to be extremely good in order to, because by the time you got to like stage 16 and 17 on this, it wasn't exactly easy. It was pretty tough, actually. because, you know, you had to go through all your cards. So unless you had, you know, you only got 100 cards to start with, and when you use someone up, you had to be really good. And that's where, you know, that's why people modded it, right? You only had to use 1 or 2 cards, and you just went, it was just like slow process or something like that, and that's how people were able to get LR Ginyu. Now, getting him to all 4 paths unlocked, SA10, at the TUR stage, that is not impossible. I did that. I got all 4 paths unlocked, and because getting the cards themselves did not cost that much. It's the medals that cost the most, and then obviously you need 77 in total, 7 to awaken him to TUR, and 70 to go to LR. But again, on average, people wanted to use those for either Kais or, you know, getting some of the items or anything like that, or they use them to Dokkan Awaken LR Gohan, which makes sense, right? Honestly, you're going to take LR Gohan over an LR Ginyu. No competition right there, right? So it makes me wonder, like, okay, so unless you were that perfect person or you modded, LR Ginyu is still unattainable. He is literally still unattainable, and it kind of sucks really, because in the end, he was a really good support unit for the extreme physical team on a cooler team and everything. And the more you look at it, it's just like, he's kind of fallen to the wayside, unfortunately. It is really unfortunate. He's, you know, he's not bad. He's, again, I would love to put him on a team and everything, but as of right now, he'd only replace 1 person because he gets like Shocking Speed and Fear and Faith and stuff like that by the time he hits the LR, plus he gets +3 ki. So easily on my team, he would be a shoo-in. But the team has it kind of advanced in a way where you have something like Frieza and Cooler on 1 rotation, Physical Omega and Physical Shenron on another rotation, and obviously Ginyu would be off rotation to provide that support and everything, which makes total sense. That's what you do with him. But in the end, he's just not. Again, no one has him, and there are better support units to bring along. Because, again, he'd be providing that ki. His attack boost, that, what, is like 7,777 or something like that? That is nothing. If you take a look at his normal physical right now, if I can find him real quick. LR Ginyu, yeah, so right here. So right now, at his TUR state, he provides ki +2 to all and attack up 5,000. When he Dokkan Awakens, I believe it comes 7,777. So, but other than that, it's like, he's not, he's basically dead almost, which is kind of sad to say that an in-game LR is quote-unquote dead. And yes, I know he's technically not, but still, I mean, think about it though, and another point with this is that the medals are here in the Baba shop. Unless you were able to play Battlefield those first 2 times, you still can't get LR Ginyu, who is quote-unquote an in-game LR, because he's not in the Baba shop. He is not in the Incredible Gems area. He is still over here at the Battlefield point area, which is still technically in the game. Like I said, so this guy, yeah, see, here he is, right here. Here is Ginyu. The only way you can still get him is if you did that. And here, the Battlefield medals still are still infinite that you can buy. But again, Battlefield has not come back. And with them now putting it in the Baba shop, I don't know if this was just to appeal to the fans who have, you know, so many people have pulled LR Gohan, they just need to simply awaken them, and they do plan on bringing Battlefield back, or if this is just the end of Battlefield. Because if you think about it, the Japanese player base here, they don't care about, you know, improving the game, new game modes and everything like that. The majority of them don't. They just care about getting the cards, summoning for them, seeing how powerful they are, and going on to the next one. That's all they care about. And so I think, in a way, probably Agatzi's just like, okay, well, what's the point of us making this? They're, any kind of criticism they're gonna take is they're not gonna look at the English stuff, right? Because most of them don't speak English here. Most of them just speak Japanese. Some of them probably do speak English, and because they have to translate everything. But overall, they're focusing mostly on the Japanese player base because that is their main base. That's where most of their money comes in. Global is starting to give them more, but overall, they get a lot of it here from Japan, and they're just probably like, well, if the players don't want to, really don't want to play the game, then by all means, we don't care really. We'll randomly put it out there, and you guys can somewhat play the game mode and all that stuff. But overall, it's just like, okay, so if these medals in the Baba shop are clearly for just the rebirths and then the Goku or the LR Gohan, then that means Ginyu, for some reason, is still part of the Battlefield exclusively, and that's it. So I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this. I feel like I had an idea in my head when it came to talking about this video, and now I'm kind of just like, well, the more and more I think about it, what is really going on here? So I'm not really sure. I mean, is this the death of LR Ginyu technically? Is it the death of Battlefield? I absolutely have no idea, to be honest. Part of me wants to say it is. Part of me says maybe not, but I keep leaning more and more towards that it possibly could be. Again, I'm just not really sure, because why else would they put these in the Baba shop? There's no other explanation. And the fact that if, okay, let's say you had LR Ginyu before I finish this video up. If you have, sorry, TUR Ginyu, and you have 0 of the medals just like I do, you need 70 of these guys. The most you can get is 28 and 7, that's 35 medals. What is that, like a third or something like that? You know, it's just like, okay. So, I mean, again, unless you use the battlefield for the first 2 times, anyone who has come in after the second round of battlefield, LR Ginyu is 100% unattainable as of this moment. And a lot of people were brought in by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron, mostly on the Gogeta side, but again, the Omega Shenron coming in there too. So it's just like, you can tell this is definitely for the LR and the Rebirths. That's it. So it's just like, what's happening with Ginyu here? Like, really, what is happening with him? I would love to awaken him. I seriously would. But the grind to get these gems, it's going to be a lot. I think it was, I was talking with D-Free, or we were all in our group chat, and he said, like, it's kind of the same. It's kind of like the same kind of grind if you got Baba and, or not Baba, if you got Pilaf and the other character, I believe it's Rocket, to get the gems on each round, then it would work. But other than that, that's a lot of stone gel to spend in order to get these gems eventually. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts about, do you think LR Ginyu is just not even worth it anymore? Do you think they've just forgotten about him? Or was this purely just for LR Gohan? So again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you happen to be new, and until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next one.